Ladies and gentlemen, we are back here tonight again. Tonight we have LVC Valorant on the stream once more in another classic matchup. Tonight we'll see LVC Valorant take on Alvernia University. We saw Rocket League take on Alvernia for the first seed in Rocket League and Appalachian Conference, where LVC took it in a thrilling 5-game series. And tonight we may very well be in store for the same thing as we see Valorant take on Alvernia this time around. Again, a fight for the first seed. Winner of this matchup will get the first seed. We will see Alvernia take on Stevenson in a couple of weeks, but they will Alvernia will at least hold the first seed for now. If they do manage to win it here, and the maps going into this one will be Ascent, Fracture, and Lotus, as we have a great one in front of us. We saw last night LVC took on Penn State Behrend. Behrend? I'm still confused on how to pronounce that name. I'm sorry, I didn't look it up last night. But anyways, LVC took on PSUB, and they took it 2-0, starting it off on the very first map on the defense, where they will be starting again today on the very same map on defense to start things off. As the series will be Ascent, Fracture, and Lotus, LVC defending to start things off on each map, and this is bound to be a good one. We love to see these matchups as the Appalachian Conference, and at least from what I've seen from the most part in pretty much every game, it's very top-heavy. Top 3, top 4 teams are usually your heavy hitters, and everyone else is just a little bit below that skill level. And this matchup between LVC and Alvernia in every game really is always one to watch out for. As we have Alvernia just going to be taking a couple minutes to think things over, kind of talk about what they want to do on this map, and then we'll be ready to get into it. But some things I want to mention right now, the current stats for these teams is LVC at first place at 7-0 with a 14-1 game record. They've only lost one map, and it was the very first map they played in Appalachian Conference. They have not lost since October 4th of last semester in Appalachian Conference, where they lost map 1 to Stevenson. They have won 14 straight maps since then in this conference. Alvernia, a very similar story, where they lost I don't know if it was the first map, but they lost they lost a map in the first series that they played in Appalachian Conference. Have not lost since. They have a 12-1 map record. They are 6-0 in the conference. As I had said, their 8th match will be against Stevenson, and I believe it's currently scheduled for April 4th. I may change, I may not. I don't know. I don't work at Alvernia. I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be streaming for this school every day if I was at Alvernia. I'll tell you that right now. I'd be doing the same thing, but different school. So we'll see when that one gets played, but likely it'll probably still be default time, I'd imagine. The only reason this was supposed to be played last week, but the only reason it wasn't is because we were on spring break. I don't know when Alvernia's is, or if they may have even had it already. It may have been last week, like when ours was. I don't really know. But yeah, very excited. I always love casting these Alvernia matches. They're always very, very fun to watch, and we certainly will have our hands full with this one. On the other side of things, though, outside of the Valorant team, we also will see Smash taking on Eastern. That match should be starting soon if it hasn't already. Unfortunately, that'll be off stream, though, so you won't be able to watch that one. But one you will be able to watch is Overwatch taking on RIT White at 8:30. That'll be on twitch.tv/bdogow. You can obviously pull up the multi-Twitch if you'd like to, as you can go to multi-twitch.tv/Lebanon Valley College/bdogow. You can watch both games at once on one screen. You don't even need to pull up you don't even need to have your second monitor. You don't even need to have a second TV. You can literally just pull it up on one screen at one time, and there you go. You got both the games, LVC Overwatch and LVC Valorant. That one will not start until 8:30, but I know B-Dog did turn his stream on, so feel free to head on over there too and drop your support in the chat if you are a fan of LVC as a whole and of the Overwatch team. But outside of that, we will not have another match until 10 p.m. where Rocket League will take on UNCW. We didn't tweet about that one today. That's because I forgot. I didn't read the reschedule chat right. The reschedule chat said 3:14, and I read it as 3:15 because, once again, I don't know how to read. So, unfortunately, I kind of messed that one up, but I did just put out a post a little bit ago. And if you're not following us on Twitter or Instagram, what are you doing? LVC_esports on both Twitter and Instagram. And if you're not following here on the LVC stream, what are you doing? Follow us right here. The button is right down below here. If you want to see more LVC action, or even if you want to see more Appalachian Conference stuff, although this will be the second to last match. Actually, not even the second last match. Overwatch has 2 more matches left in Appalachian Conference. They will take on Albright and Alvernia next week on the 22nd. So I believe that's Wednesday. Yeah, next Wednesday. Overwatch will finish their run in Appalachian Conference regular season. They've already confirmed a spot at the LAN in King of Prussia on April 22nd, but they still have a few more places or matches to play for the seeding. But outside of all of that, we are loaded on in map numero uno, number 1, over on Ascent. You can see LVC looking to start things off hot here. Juice maybe switching it up today on the Brim. Yesterday he played Brim unintentionally so, and they still managed to win 13-5. But we will see what he decides to go with. May consult the team on this one, and there you go. He decides to pick in the Omen, as that's more than likely a very wise pick to have, as Omen is a bit more suited to this map rather than Brim. But you have the standard setup that you'll see by a large majority of teams. You can see Zarya there on the KO, John playing the Jet, Juice going to be on Omen, Sardog on the Killjoy, and Crisper with the Sova. And it's looking like a very different story, though, if you are Alvernia. This is not something I have seen really much of when it comes to this map. It's been a very standard thing. What we're seeing from LVC is currently the meta comp, but Alvernia maybe just cooking something up. They are a very good team, so I'm not going to doubt them in the slightest. So you can see Tylo taking up Fade. Hith going to play Astra. Keo going to look to the Killjoy. Stiz out. Going to play Breach and Vigilance on the Raze. A completely different comp outside the Killjoys. Killjoy can hold down an entire site by herself on this map, so right there's your reason for seeing Killjoys on both teams. Very rarely on Ascent will you not see a Killjoy. But outside of that, dude, we are ready to get into this. I am so very excited. I've not seen a lot from this Alvernia team, and I know they are such a strong squad, so this will be my first real dip into seeing how they play. And it's a great one already, as the picks are so drastically different. I don't know what to expect from Alvernia. Looks like they'll be on the attack first, and they will be taking up the B site. Or we'll see John, Juice, and Zario all posted up. Crisper going to go for a lineup here over towards that B main part of the map. So this will give Juice and John the info they need. And the second that thing gets destroyed, or even if it doesn't, Juice very well may just toss his Paranoia out. We'll see John fly straight through and look for at least a kill or two. There goes the Paranoia. There goes the knife. And John already ahead, spots the turn, and he's not able to get out. Vigilance going to win the duelist battle for now. Managed to just barely get that blood onto John Cook, but Zario through the smoke finds one. He gets marked, and look at how fast these teams are moving. It's going to be on to Juice to get something. He does not find any of it. Vigilance gets a third on the round. Spike is down, but it is a 1v3 for Sardog. The strat for LVC not quite going to work in their favor.
Spike planted.
The aggression maybe just a bit too much.
Time out.
And Sardog forced to clutch the 1v3, but he's not going to have a lot to work with. Just a classic in hand. Maybe just looking to get a pick or two before the round comes to a close. So every angle is being watched for Alvernia. Gets the head of Hith, but that's going to be an ace in round number 1 for Vigilance. As you can see, Zario already has some words for Tylo there. As you saw there, Tylo just jumped straight down trying to figure out what he was doing to get the kill onto Zario, and Zario going to win the fight there. Look at this. Look at this spot from Vigilance. That is a fantastic bounce pad there. Or satchel. I call them bounce pads. I don't even mean to. Looks like we're going to see a 2-on-2 fight. The second this smoke goes down, if LVC decides to push on out of it. Zario going to get the suppress on to Keo, but looks like nothing's really going to happen there for now. So it'll be Crisper lurking up. Maybe the first one to take a fight here. Playing inside the Astra Smoke. It's maybe an unanticipated spot. It looks like actually Stiz out. Just making sure he's aware, and he's able to get the kill into Crisper. The second that smoke goes down, Crisper doesn't get out in time. 4v5. Already looking great for the side of Alvernia. And John finds a kill into Vigilance. I don't even know where that was, to be quite honest. I looked away from the minimap for a second. Is John going to have another shot at Keo here? Spike goes down over at A. John spots Keo, but has to wait. The headshot's not there. John not going to whiff the shot, and that's going to lead to him dying, and that's also going to take out Sardog, too. 2v4, a bit of a blunder from John Cook. The shot with the Marshall not quite on, and that'll likely be the round. You can hear that Spike slowly running out of time before it takes out this entire site, and certainly it's going to be a round for Alvernia. Not enough time for this one, as they'll just look to stick at the fuse here. Juice trying to get a kill, but he just lines on up with Zario. Also only has a pistol to work with there. Hith gonna die to the spike, but I'd imagine it's not the end of the world there. And now a 2-0 scoreline for Alvernia. LVC need to find an answer here, and they may have it in this bonus round, but you can see there, Stiz out and Vigilance both going to have rifles to work with, so this is not like your typical bonus round where you'll see basically no rifles at all on one of the teams. Look at that, Sardog can't get anything done. He gets flashed and pushed out, so that's going to leave Crisper in a really bad spot. Has none of the Killjoy util to work off of, and Alvernia has all the space in the middle of the map. John pops the dash, spots one, gets out with his life. Has to be careful with it, because he cannot give away another kill. Vigilance on the other side of this wall. Is Juice going to be aware? He's not, but he still managed to get it. The Phantom gonna work his way. Tylo gets spotted in the smoke. Another kill from Juice. Takes a bit of damage, but Hith on the other side. Over towards Cat. Gonna be able to pick up that Vandal from John's body. 2v3. This is already not looking great if you're LVC. Actually, it is a 3v3. I'm blind and still cannot see anything that's visibly in front of me. Juice gonna toss out the Paranoia. Don't know if that connects or not. This Juice has to be careful here. B main is smoked off, but he's got to be careful, and he's not going to be, so now it's down to a 1v1. It's all down to Zario versus Stiz out. He'll toss the nade in. He doesn't have a lot of time to work with, though, and Stiz out reads it. Alvernia winning a round they really shouldn't be. And this is already scary if you're LVC. They may very well call a timeout here soon as well if things don't go their way here. So far, Alvernia has been showing out this time around. LVC left to nothing but sheriffs. Only a few pieces of armor. See there on the other side, it's more than everything. They even have a few ultimates to work with. The Cosmic Divider, a rocket. Great tools to have.
Shadows traveling.
One way from Juice is in. Looks like the players of Alvernia are starting to push on up too. Will they run straight into this? The flash from Stizout going to come any second.
Cover going
waiting for the confirmation from his team to pop that one out. May just look to get the player out of wine, but unbeknownst to them, there's no one there. kind of waiting on the play for right now. They're certainly taking their time, and now they will toss it on out. They may have been waiting for an ability to recharge, to be quite honest. I'm not really sure what they were waiting for, but there's definitely a good reason, I would imagine, especially with the quality of these two teams. Vigilance out, but Juice cannot hit the bullets. Tylo finds 2, Vigilance finds 2 as well. It's all down to Sardog again, but he's not really going to have anything to do here. It's going to be a 4-0 for the side of Alvernia. And that is not the start you wanted to see from LVC. Kia going to be watching through tree, and that's where Sardog will peek. His resting place will be there as well. Now a 4-0 in the hands of Alvernia, and there goes the timeout. As Alvernia just finding every single situation that they want and really getting a lot of control of that mid space. We saw when PSUB was able to win rounds against LVC on this map yesterday, it was through that middle control. And even when they're not getting it, they're still managing to win the gunfights that LVC are giving to them. And I believe that the non-trades coming in are huge for the side of LVC. They're not playing as stacked up as we've seen them do in the past. They're not playing off each other's contact just as well as we've seen it before. So they're going to need to step things up, especially against the roster like Alvernia, who will punish you for every single trade you are not getting. As that's really been the difference so far in this map. You can see there's really no one doing too hot from LVC. 3 players at 1 and 4. Crisper, John, and Sardog. Certainly your duelist you do not want to see having a stat line like that. Zario 3 and 4, and Juice 2 and 4. 8 and 2 from Vigilance as we come to the close on the timeout. It's going to be need to be a round win here soon for LVC. They want to keep themselves in this game. They do not want to start out this slow coming into map 1.
Shadows traveling.
Sardog here going to have a lot of pressure on his hands in just a second. Is he going to be able to fight anything? He's getting marked off, and that rocket will come in too. Where does Vigilance decide to pop it? Just going to toss it back sight. Does a tiny bit of damage to himself, but well, with what we've seen from him, I'm sure that doesn't mean a single thing. John, though, on the pinch. Going to win one with Tylo. Here with Juice. The turret does get smoked off, so for now it's not going to be a huge factor. Crisper jumps down, but he's trying to pull out the arrow as Stizout going to win his ones, but the trades are strong from LVC this time around. As Stizout pops the ultimate, John managed to dash away. No, he didn't manage to dash away, and yeah, now they're giving Stizout the 1v1s he really desires here, and it's all down to Juice. Gonna toss himself into back sight. Fakes it and doesn't quite get the timing he wants on the Stizout there. The wall bang. Stizout should have the round win, and he does. LVC throwing a bit in the round there. John trying to dash away from the ultimate, puts himself into an open position, and that's exactly what Stizout had asked for. 5-0 for Alvernia. LVC has no answer right now for the plays of Alvernia. And again, the economy broken. If you're not winning rounds, you're basically going to have one every other to try and do something. So far, that has not happened. John going to pop the Blade Storm. And he hit the shots. Couple smokes come on in, and John just has to back up. He's gonna look the dash. Spots one in mid, but only hits it into the body. So for now, Stizout will stay alive, but he's only got 50 HP now. Kylo also, I think, has an Odin there. He does. Tylo, sorry, not Kylo, my bad. Keo, though, finds the first blood onto Crisper. Shots are not as clean as what we saw from him yesterday. there from Zario. He flicks onto the second, but he's not quite able to get the third. 1v3 for Sardog, and he's not going to get anything with it. Vigilance also gets that spike planted, so I think that's 300 credits, I believe, into their hands. LVC having a horrific start to this map and to this series, down 6-0. Honestly, it's not even looking like a contest right now as Alvernia have came out firing. We've seen LVC make comebacks before, but they're going to need a big one here. Hunt gonna detect one. John gonna be in a terrible spot. Not able to dash out. He gets hit with every piece of utility in the book. Sardog at least gets it back, but he's not gonna stay alive for much longer. Trades are again coming in, but who will win the battle? As for now, it's looking like LVC finally getting something going for in their favor, but are they going to be able to convert it into a round? Zario peeks by himself, tosses out the flash, but it's not going to be enough. Now CRISPR taking a one, managed to win it. Juice.
Deploying drone.
It's going to be Juice and CRISPR in the 2v1. Tylo has the Odin in his hands, so could be a deadly weapon if you do it correct, if he uses it correctly. You hear that door open through tree and peeks out. Has Juice right in his sights. There goes Juice.
I'll find you.
What a play from Tylo, taking a fantastic route. 30 seconds left. He can go to either site, and that's going to be B. Every single play for Alvernia is seemingly 4 steps ahead of what LVC has in their minds. What's been a disastrous start for LVC could be made significantly worse if they do not win this round. CRISPR needs this 1v1 to get LVC something on the board, but Tylo, he knows. He knows CRISPR's here. Can CRISPR win the fight? No, he cannot. Tylo continuing the domination on the map for Alvernia. And this has just been a masterclass of how to play Ascent. Maybe the meta isn't necessary if you're Alvernia. LVC still yet to find a response, and I doubt that comes in this round. LVC still looking for their first in the series. John, though, playing a close corner, manages to get one. Dashes on out. But here comes the Nightfall. Can Sardog find anything? He finds one. The second does come in after they get blinded. But the shots can't be clean enough for Sardog, so he's going to fall. Tylo finds one. The trades are in, and Zario going to clean up Heath. A Thrifty going to be the first round on the board for LVC, and it's a scary one. I mean, as we've seen throughout this entire map, the shots from LVC have looked off too. It's not even just the plays that aren't looking great. It's honestly the shot that looks so very off. Looks like none of them warmed up today. Zario, though, going to close things out with a kill, and finally they're first on the board. As stun is in. John, though, doesn't quite lose. 3 peaks. Not the greatest decision from John. He was a bit weak and just trying to find a frag. He's not going to get. Zario now trying to get a trade in, and he does. Backs away too, but here's a second. Four v 4. A winnable situation for both teams. Looks like half the push will come through market, and the other half gonna come into A main. It's a good placement for the lockdown as well. try and bait some of this info over. As Juice teleports to backside on B. He's going to keep that teleport in, but wonder who's not, just no one there. Zarya, though, going to get the audio on the haunt. Certainly going to know someone's around. The shots, though, from Zarya. Can't quite get there. Here, the Hunter's Fury on the other side for Crisper. He's not going to find a kill with it, but I believe he does a bit of damage to Stizout, who is very weak. 17 HP to his name. Crisper gets taken out the second he steps on the other side of that Cosmic Divider. Trade comes in. Now Sardog going to pop the defensive lock. No, he doesn't actually put it down. He can decide to use it if he wants. Juice finds that kill on to Stizout. And Sardog just going to toss down a turret. Zarya going to hop the defuse. Gets it to half. Can he keep it past? And he does. Gets the defuse. And Alvernia are none the wiser. Another round on the board for LVC. A great retake from the boys, and now they're starting to put a few together, but they're going to need a big effort if they want to continue this. Looks like the adjustments are starting to come in for LVC. That stun combo over on A, that stun satchel combo over on A has been massive for Alvernia. Looks like Zarya has adjusted for it. The IGL of the team. Zarya tossing out a flash. Not going to find anything. Stizout. I think he was flashed too, so that's a great kill from Stizout. He may not have been. I couldn't really see, but what a flick from Stizout. Has no right to get that kill, but John isn't even given a chance to shoot back. Stizout. Something things I've never seen, and Vigilance gets the timing, but I think he got flashed by his teammate there. I don't see why he wouldn't have shot, but I believe he was flashed, so give him the benefit of the doubt there. Now, never mind, I was going to say a 2v4, but Keo comes on the flank and doesn't give LVC a chance. Just 2 more rounds left in this half, and LVC just getting destroyed so far on their defensive side. Something we've seen them have a very strong presence on so far this season, and it certainly hasn't looked like it so far today. And here comes Vigilance. Has the close range rocket, and that's going to be a kill every single time. Sardog already wiped off. Juice may be looking to go through a pinch market here, but he's got to be careful. He has players on either side of him. John dashes in, spots Vigilance with that arrow. Spike goes down on B, but there's only 2 players there. Recon pull, not going to be enough. Keo gets a shot into the back of the head, and now it's a 2v2. The site is clear. John going to go for the defuse, and Keo finds 2! How has he done that? Alvernia not giving LVC any hope in this entire half. Could be a 9-3 half, but not a good one. As Alvernia has had an answer for everything. The guns are firing. 13 and 8 from Vigilance, 10 and 5 from Keo, 10 and 7 from Stizout as well.
Don't overthink it. That's my job.
Bladestorm comes out again from John, but how is he going to be able to find anything here close on B main? As he spots Stizout, but the shots are so very off. It's also a save round. It's a 4v4, but really, it's not looking great. The first round LVC won was a thrifty, but I'm not sure if they'll be able to do it again. Locked down in the hands of Sardog, and it's going to get tossed down, but so does Keo's. Zarya gets the timing, but Juice going to be the one with the kill. Can Zarya get out in time? He does. No, he steps in just half a second too early, so he'll be detained. And look at that timing. Not what you want to see in Tylo. All he doesn't have to do much of anything really this entire map. Just kind of hold an angle with an Odin. See if he can get a free kill through it. That's worked for them so far, and Heath closes out the half. 10-2. Alvernia 3 rounds away from shutting down LVC on Ascent.
If I power down, restart me. You leave me for scrap, I'll kill you.
Alvernia not having any trouble
There.
getting things done on the attacking side.
There.
Now heading into the pistol round here. Looking at the stats real quick, it's just not been great for anyone on LVC. John 5 and 12. Not what you want from your duelist. As you can see on the other side, Vigilance 13 and 9, having a game of his life. Shot somehow hits John Cook, and that nade's gonna do a ton of damage. That may even take someone off the map. Vigilance finds one, but gets traded. And everyone getting traded off the map. It's down to a 1v3 for Crisper. And Crisper's shots are very off there. Every bullet connecting for Alvernia, minus a couple of them there, but that was just a bit of a weird fight. And Alvernia picking up where they left off on attack and taking the pistol round there. LVC are all but broken on this map. I mean, there's not much else they can really do here so far. This one may be already over. Just 2 more for Alvernia. We've seen crazy comebacks before in VCT. In fact, the final there in map number 5, it was an 11-3 comeback for Fnatic, but I will say this is not Fnatic, and this is not loud.
Here.
John looking to get through market. Tylo may get the timing. He doesn't quite, but his location is known. Finds Keo after some help there from Sardog. Now they're going to be on site as a couple trades go down. Here's the Ares of Tylo spraying out, and somehow the pistol gets the job done. It's not going to matter as the trade comes through, and now it's a 2v3 retake for Alvernia. Juice has a judge. Just waiting for Heath to push. Whether he will or not is a different story. May just wait for an overly aggressive play. And Juice gonna fall. Turnt though doing a lot of damage to him, and Sardog has an angle. LVC getting another round on.
I call you Charlie because it means you're my friend. But maybe I should call
This
you
is going to be a tough grind if you want to get back into it for LVC.
I got enough time to go
Definitely
into the
not the
Astral
battle I was expecting here.
right there. That'll work.
What does LVC have left in the tank for this one is they're gonna need a long grind if they want to get back into it. Don't even get close to winning. Even making the scoreline look respectable. And look at Vigilance. Not gonna win the fight though. Vigilance doesn't win that one-on-one with Juice. Tyler gets one back, but that's gonna be it. Stiz out is here, waiting. Juice doing a good job of waiting for his teammates to make a play. Sardog though gives it a one-on-one. It's now down to a 2v1 for Keo here. Juice at 8 HP.
Bot coming back.
Ball down to Keo. Doesn't have a good weapon, only a sheriff in hand, but we've seen some good plays before. There's the headshot. Crisper not gonna win it. Crisper throwing the gunfight.
Grenade out.
Keo
Match point.
gonna put it to match point for Alvernia in map number 1. And
Alarm bot out.
if you're Crisper, there is no reason in hell you should be losing that one.
Placing sentry. Recalling my bot.
Now LVC all but broken.
Don't worry. I'll keep them
Although,
quiet.
not going to be a full rifle round for the side of Alvernia either. Okay, Vigilance looking to respond to Juice's play with the judge in hand. Didn't have the capital to go for his bread and butter on the Vandal, but it doesn't matter. John gonna find the first blood, dashes forward, and Vigilance not gonna be able to get out. It's gonna be Hith on the site, and Stiz out gonna be holding through tree. Spots Zario, shots are gonna go through. Has a Vandal to work with now, but his teammate on site is dead. How much can he get done? It's only one. Keo and Tylo, they've had a few clutches already in this map. Can they do it again? Tylo with the weapon of choice, the Odin. One of the few players I've seen pick an Odin over a Vandal. But he's made it work. He's a big fan of the wall bang. He just wants every bullet to go somewhere, and he's not really going to care where. John has one more left with the Blade Storm. Keo trying to clear both sides of the site. Juice going to be in hell. Keo gets pinged, and it's all down to him now, or Tylo in the 1v2. John gets his fourth on the round and gets the round win. 4-12, but LVC cannot give up anything here. They have to win, I believe, 8 straight. Sorry, my math is really bad. I'm no longer a math student, so any basic math is really bad for me. They're going to need to win 8 straight here if they want a chance to take it.
Here.
So that'll put it to OT, but here comes the rush. Is the flash going to be enough? It's good enough for 2. The timing of the flashes for Alvernia has been pixel perfect. Stiz out having a fantastic game, even if he's got 15 kills as well and 10 assists to back it up. All those flashes are doing just what they need. Been somewhat defined as Chef's Kiss.
Spike planted.
Pops the ultimate. Now popping the stun. Cosmic Divider in too.
Right there.
Tries to get Crisper with the right click through the wall, but through the Cosmic Divider, but it's not going to happen. Doesn't matter. It's all down to Crisper now. Somehow everyone on site just dies. Vigilance or Crisper not going to find anything. That'll be map number 1. Alvernia stomping at LVC here. That may very well be the worst they've been beaten on a map all season so far.
I'm so proud.
Not a great one for LVC. Definitely did not look like themselves there. As you can see, 17 and 13 from Vigilance, 15, 13 and 11 from Stiz out, and 16 and 8 from Keo. Not a good look if you're LVC. Heading into Fracture now, a map that they also played in their series yesterday. They managed to win 13-5 there too, but as you can see here, it didn't mean a single thing. 13-4. I mean, there's not even a whole lot to talk about. I mean, LVC just getting outmanned, outgunned, and outclutched in every round, so I'm not really sure what to tell the boys over at LVC. If you're Coach Hockeyman, it's going to be a tough one to get them back into it, but there still very well could be 2 more maps in this series. It's going to take a full 180 if you're LVC, though. I mean, Alvernia just slamming LVC in every round, playing with confidence, playing with your teammates to a T, finding every single flash they wanted, getting everything done on the map that they were ever so desiring to, and LVC didn't have a response for it. So we'll see what happens going into Fracture. They'll need to force the decider on Lotus if they want to have a chance to take the series. believe we're going to give it a couple minutes. I don't see anything in chat, so I'm not 100% sure what we're going with here, but I'd imagine we are just going to give it just a few minutes as LVC look to talk things over and see what they can change up for map number 2, because it's going to have to be a lot. And they had to Fracture, a map that they haven't been terrible on, but I would say it's been a bit of a hit or miss for a fair bit of it. We will toss it over, though, to the break screen in just 1 second. Let me fix the timer there. We'll put on a 5-minute timer. Whether that means anything or not, it's a different story, but we'll be back in just a few minutes when we get ready to start map number 2 on Fracture. Alvernia currently up 1-0, looking to close things out. I need to stop going to breaks. Every single time I go to a break in between maps, they start it right away. My timing is so bad. It is impeccably terrible. Anyways, Alvernia with a dominant map number 1, looking to close it out here, looking to steal away that first seed from LVC, who have had a fantastic year themselves in Appalachian. But will that be the case? Or will LVC send us to Lotus to decide who will take the series? On to Fracture. Looks like we'll see John playing Raze this time around. Juice going to be on Brim. Keo going to take up the Cypher. I know Cypher's played a lot more into the meta this time around. It's been a pretty good one so far for Cypher. I know he got buffed a little bit, and also with the, I forget who else got nerfed that allowed for him to come. Or I guess the Cypher buff really is what made him come back into the meta. Killjoy, obviously, also a very solid pick for a Sentinel. But you can see LVC running the comp they did yesterday. It worked well with the Chamber. And they're going to try it again. Tylo going to take up the KO. And look at Vigilance. Wants to play the Neon, slide on through, get that sprint going. As Heath likely going to pick up Brim, and there you go. Brim is just so strong on this map, especially when you can toss you have 3 smokes that you can toss on to both sides that are a fair distance away. And that orbital strike is massive. It covers pretty much the entire site. We'll see how things play out this time around. I don't know who picked what map. I don't know if Ascent was Alvernia's pick or not. I could be wrong on that. I don't know. I didn't get to see the map picks. I just know the map set and who's playing what side to start things off. So we'll kick things off again with LVC on the defense. If we do head to that third map, Lotus, it'll be the same story. LVC will also be on the defense there. You can see it's going to be an aggressive push all the way through Arcade for Alvernia here. Zario has that teleporter down. We'll follow it. Gets away from the stun, but it's not going to matter. John, though, will be the one to find the first blood. Vigilance just storming through the site. Had a fantastic map to start things off. I believe 18 kills in that map number 1, so certainly going to be playing here with confidence. Waiting for someone to push up through into tower, but looks like LVC has heard the rotation. The shots from the Headhunter not quite good, but Tylo not going to shoot well either. Zarya wins the fight, though it was an ugly one for both sides. John narrowly avoids the flash, but he's by himself there. only has 20 HP. Zario gets his trade. Zario,
One enemy remaining.
careful as Vigilance
Spike
behind
down
him. There's
A.
the shorty. Spike is down, and it is a 1v3 for Vigilance, but we've seen good rounds from this team before. We've seen a few clutches, and you can see there, Crisper, very weak, kind of shaky map number 1. Can he bring things back here?
30 seconds left.
Probably seeing a few rounds. But there's not a lot you can do here if your Vigilance has 3 players watching all different angles, and Sardog will be the one to get the kill.
Listen up.
LVC
Kill them before they
bouncing
kill us.
back well, taking map number 1. Or map number 1, sorry. Definitely not taking map number 1. If any of you were watching, definitely not taking map number 1. Taking round number 1 here in map number 2. As LVC looking to maybe string a few in a row after they had a tough time getting things done on Ascent. And look at this. Such an aggressive play. John, though, not going to get anything from it. Zario finds one, but trades are in the favor of Alvernia. We saw how effective they were last map with the trades, and once again doing the same thing. Zario has to back on down, but he's going to re-peek, and another solo chow. We're seeing LVC again have this issue. This was a recurring issue last semester, and we're seeing it rear its ugly head once again. A lot of solo swings that are not going to go their way. Especially when you're not in a tradable position. And it's going to leave Sardog in a 1v3. These players are a bit split, but going to need a lot of work to be done. Looks like Sardog just going to sprint at this one and hope he can find something with it, but in reality, it's going to be nothing.
Raze, don't wreck this place all on your own. Save some demo for
Now we're going to have a tied game going into round number 3 here. Looks like we're going to see a bit of a split push from Alvernia. As Keel just looking to toss down a trip mine here.
Goes here.
Going to toss on that camera as well. Vigilance, though, is the one to find the first blood. Takes out John again. Vigilance also finds a second on site. Make that a third. Sardog falls as well. Vigilance had an ace in round number 1 of map 1, so not a good look for LVC. He may be able to find a second ace in the series.
One enemy remaining.
As never mind, that'll get stolen by Stiz out, but they're gonna take the round regardless. It'll be a flawless from Alvernia.
Gotta go.
Now Alvernia going to be in the advantage once again. Certainly not something they left too far in the past. Zario still going to be just making sure nothing comes through B main or through arcade, but that's not where things are going to come from. It's going to be all B main, or sorry, A main. And now the rotation, at least for a couple of the Alvernia players, does come in. It's a really good split push. I like this call from Alvernia. Forces Zario to respect the pinch, but players in Dish not going to spot anything either, so now LVC certainly are going to know, at least to an extent, what's going on here. Trip goes off, but Juice still sticking on site with Crisper. Stiz out. Gonna get that spike down. Vigilance gets put very weak. A lot of wall bangs, but Juice actually does find the kill. Trade is immediate though onto Crisper from the planter. Stiz out. Stiz out. Gonna be playing on the site directly here. He'll have this backup over in main with Hith. Smokey's gets tossed in though. Stizzle at least gets another before falling, so he does his job and a bit more. Keo comes down on the reflank, and that's going to be a huge set of kills. Finds 2, and even without the gun advantage,
right here,
the strat advantage certainly going to Alvernia. It's an IGL battle, and I don't know who the IGL for Alvernia is, but Zario, the IGL for LVC, certainly not winning that battle right now.
my smokes can block the enemy's line of sight. Once they're blind, we move.
LVC has been outplayed in every single round, and here it goes. Zario taking another timeout. See if LVC can figure things out in this game, but it's already starting to slowly get away from them as they've had great retakes trying to get back onto the site, but they're just not seeing where Alvernia are coming from, and those reef pinches have been huge. We saw it on Ascent a little bit, not a lot, but just a few times, and Keo really the man to initiate those fights on the pinch, and never really expecting it. You don't even need to have great gun skill or even a great weapon, and we've seen that has happened with Keo. He's just going on a big flank with a bulldog, doesn't have to do anything but tap heads of of people who are not looking at him, and that's not too hard to do, especially at this level of play. So Alvernia doing everything they can to outplay LVC in every single facet of the game so far. And that's not what you want to hear if you're a fan of LVC. It's not even, still has not even been close so far. LVC needs to gain things back and really see what they can do to save this one.
Off your feet!
Ultimate comes in from Stiz out.
There. I'm out of here.
Vigilance gonna play off of it. Pops the ultimate as well. Decides to keep the gun out for the moment, but very likely will toss that ultimate back into the hands. In a second, no! Gets cut down, and Juice finds 2 as Sardog takes out Stiz out. Sardog actually finds a double with that Sheriff. Maybe the shot getting a bit more warm. Keo, last player left alive. May be able to get one on the exit here. He's just going to look to peek. Gets the shoulder of Sardog, but Sardog wisely just going to be sticking back. Doesn't really have a lot of health to work with. Bomb stuck in a main, a 1v4. Have 4 players staring directly at his position. Gonna try and take one before he gets taken out, and he will not. So it's a thrifty from LVC. An aggressive play to counter an aggressive play. Great work from the side of LVC to not let this get too far out of hand just yet. As Keo gets left by his lonesome on the flank.
This should do.
Looks like we're going to see a very similar play this round as well from the side of Alvernia. I don't know if Keo. Oh, Keo might not have. Keo does have ult. Keo just didn't pop it yet. It just is broken on the bottom of the screen. As you can see, it's not highlighted. But if you look at the tab here, you can see it says ready. So Keo still has the ultimate. Did not pop it just yet. You can see though from Zario here, the tour de force is out. That thing got murdered in one of the more recent patches, but still very good. And Crisper managed to get the headshot through the smoke, but maybe not into the player he expected as Keo just tries to sprint through. And Zario gets a good shot onto Tylo before getting traded. John popping the ultimate. Able to just toss this tower. Keo, though, going to get traded. As now it's a 1v1 after Juice pops down the orbital strike. John going to get hit by it, but look at this pinch from the side of LVC. Sardog going to win the fight. It's a great pinch from Sardog, and the trade game is exactly what gives them the round win there. They're going to need more of that if they want to keep winning.
Next drink's on me.
Now a 3-3 scoreline. This one is looking more so like the series we were maybe expecting to see. Now Alvernia going to change things up a lot. They have not pushed through Dish yet, but this time they will. Sardog going to look to counter with John. What timing will they get? Vigilance gets flashed. Vigilance gets taken out. In fact, all three on the pinch get on the push through Dish get taken out. I tried to say 8 different phrases and I fumbled every single one of them. Now a 2v5. And Zario watching this flank, but not going to get the shot. His trademark. Zario can't get back to the teleport spot. He at least can run away, but he has to quick scope with the op and doesn't get it. Crisper gonna get the trades. Just a really great counterplay if you are LVC. Basically just a blind counter, to be quite honest. Is they do like to go through Dish pretty much every round. As you can see here, they're gonna likely do it again, but for now, LVC finally looking like the team that we are used to seeing. Yes, now you see Vigilance finally pop the ultimate, but Zario with the operator hits the headshot and managed to sneak on away as he gets another one there on the Stiz out. Also gets the collat damage on to Tylo. Still alive somehow too. At worst, if you are Alvernia, this is at least a save round. Crisper gonna pop his ultimate though, just to make sure they get this one.
Enemy remaining.
As John and Juice find a couple, and John actually gets 2. So he takes out Keo over in main.
Flawless.
As that's a flawless from LVC, kicked off by a fantastic snipe from Zario with the op. And here comes the timeout from Alvernia. Wisely so, as LVC starting to string a few rounds together. They've won the past 4, and it's looking like they now have finally figured out what they want to do here against this Alvernia squad. The guns also looking like they're shooting better. As we saw in map number 1, there was a lot of whiffing going on from the side of LVC, but that has certainly slowed down a fair bit. And it'll look like Alvernia may be able to find a response here. Their aggression early on paid off. We'll see maybe if that's what really gives them the edge once again here after the timeout, but it'll take a full team effort, and so far that's really what they've given, at least in the first map and this one, is we're seeing a lot of great flashes, we're seeing great stuns, just overall really great play off of the utility so far from Alvernia. They're going to need to continue doing that if that's what they want, if they want to see success. As we come out of the timeout here. And it's looking like another arcade push. Well, the flash comes in, so Zario has to be aware of that and back out this time around. Doesn't get a chance to shoot one out. Hey, yo. Shoot a shot out. Zario decides to just fully back away, wait for his team, wait for the reinforcements. As Crisper gets double flashed. The spike is planted now. It's going to be a 5-on-5 retake. Who will win it as John finds one? The concussion not going to do enough. John not going to hit enough shots on to Vigilance. Juice trying to clear out through CT. The flick is not clean.
I know exactly where you are.
And now the location of both the LVC players are going to be known. Blind gets tossed out, but there's not really much time to work with as that second
Bomb buddy out.
detect comes in.
Impressive wiring.
Now the bomb gets
Last
tapped.
player standing.
It's all down to John trying to get the defuse. Wait, is he going to get it? Vigilance, no, has the sprint.
One enemy.
Any other agent, and you are not winning that round, but luckily enough for Vigilance, playing the exact agent for the job. That got a bit scary there for a second for Alvernia, but they managed to make it work. John just about half a second away from getting that defuse in and putting him at 6.
Flashbang. You are powerless.
As we're going to hear the ultimate come out from Tylo. So now no one on LVC going to be able to use their utility to
Spike
retake for
planted.
just a little bit here. So we'll see Tylo just get downed if he does in fact take 150 damage.
Go get him.
Actually, it may just be, in fact, it's just 100 damage. John, though, pops the ultimate. Double satchels in. Doesn't spot anyone down low, so he's going to have to throw this into a main. And gets the pull back out, but no damage done. Juice and Crisper, though, clearing through main. Sardog doesn't get out in time, and that's a great ultimate, but it's not going to matter. John and Zario managed to clutch things on out. It was a fantastic retake attempt, or fantastic hold attempt, though, from Alvernia. They still managed to get 3 players out of that
One bullet for enemy.
orbital
That should be
strike.
enough, yes?
Keo, again, coming on the pinch there to shut some things down.
Here. Here. On my way. A gift.
Now going into the penultimate round of the first half. Alvernia are just going to look to get at least another couple on the board. They've decided that they no longer want to peek Zario on this arcade side of the map, as it does take a lot of utility to clear that out. To make sure a shot doesn't even go off. Now pressure going to come in through a main. Zario, though, spots the first, and he gets one. Can he get the headhunter second? But no, he cannot. Vigilance trying to go through a fast pinch, but gets waited out by Juice, and Crisper takes out Tylo.
One enemy
Good work from
remaining.
Juice to stay on side, and he gets 3. Phenomenal shots from Juice, and the patience pays
Last
off.
round before the switch.
Has the ultimate in hand. As he gives LVC that round, it would have forced Alvernia would have forced a retake if they managed to get that spike down, but Juice was wise to it this time around. He saw too much trickery in map number 1 and really expected a bit more. Here you go. Vigilance just flies through, but Sardog playing so aggressively with John Cook that's going to lead to at least 1 before he gets traded out. Flashes are coming in for Stiz out. Sardog under this site, but I think his shoulder might be peeking out. It doesn't matter. He at least gets 1.
Spike
Juice
down
has the
A.
operators. Zario picks out the tour de force, and Tylo gets picked out the air.
Spike planted.
Orbital strike comes in, forces a few players out. Keo, though, playing a bit ratty,
One enemy
and he's
remaining.
not gonna. Zario's not gonna get the shot off, but it's down to a 1v1. Crisper and Hith.
Flash.
Flash comes through. Nothing in the close corner. And Hith peeks out and wins the fight. 7-5 in the first half.
Switching sides.
Now going into the second half of this map, LVC have a lead. They look much cleaner throughout so far as well. I just used 4 transitional phrases in a row. That was not intended. My brain shut down for half a second. Maybe there was a KO and I just didn't hear it. So now we'll see Alvernia defend. Can LVC replicate on the offensive half what they've seen or what they've done so far defensively? Or will Alvernia manage to sneak a map out of them? Take it in 2.
Launching smoke.
It's going to be an A main push for the side of LVC, and Zario gets 1 before he gets traded, but Vigilance in such a rowdy spot. Stop shooting, but it doesn't matter. Vigilance finds 2, Hith finds the other. It's all down to Crisper. 1v4 so early on.
One suppressed.
Suppress comes in from Crisper, but it's going to kind of give away his location too. Gets hit with the flash, but no one will peek off of it, as there's going to be 4 people waiting for him. LVC not going to win that first pistol round, but it'll be Alvernia starting things off strong in the second half. Now heading into the second round here. LVC looking to switch things up, and they're going to decide to go through Dish. Will Alvernia be ready for it? Looks like it's going to be a heavy push through A main again for the side of Alvernia, but certainly they're going to know at least something is up here if they don't spot anything quickly. Stiz out going to be the one to watch over towards the A site, and they're going to just peek out of this. They're expecting a B hit. All of Alvernia rotating through, expecting someone to be on B, but no. Everyone from LVC is stacked onto A. Spike is going down, and it gets planted. They're going to have to retake this one. And that's a huge start. 3 kills off of it. Not giving LVC a chance to set up. It's all down to Zario in the 1v5. And he's going to teleport right into the gun of Tylo. Alvernia just have a counterplay for every single fight. And I'm not even sure. I'm LVC. I don't even know what the answer is here either. Alvernia just know how to counter every single play that is made. And they will bring things to a draw once again.
Right there.
This could be a huge play from Stiz out. He's going to toss that flat, I believe it's a flash, right onto at least 2 or 3 of the LVC players. And here comes Vigilance. Zario, though, is going to be the player there, so he can teleport out. And here comes John over at A. Has 1, but doesn't expect the second. He's going to pull out the knife, and that's going to cost him his life. Spike again going down, but the retakes from Alvernia have not been an issue. Juice doesn't get the angle he wants, and Tylo finds 2, and it's back down to Sardog again in a clutch situation. This time a 1v3. Gets blinded up top. He's got to be careful. Bomb is getting pinged for him. His location is known, but all the shots of the smoke come in. Hith gets put really weak. Sardog not able to get him off the bomb, and it's going to get defused. Stiz out finds the kill too. LVC struggling to keep themselves alive on site anytime they get that spike down. The holds have just not been very good so far. Another A main hit for the side of LVC. Vigilance pulls out the op, doesn't hit those bullets, and he's going to pay for it. As the orbital strike comes in from Hith. just to deny that plant and takes out Juice. 4v4, but this is a save round for LVC. So they're not going to have a lot to work with. John gets the jump spot into a few of them. Manages to get away for now, but he's not going to be able to take a very long-range fight as Keo takes out John there. So now everyone's stacked directly on the site. Zario finds one up, and he's down to a 1v3, and he's not going to find anything. 7-9. Alvernia slowly but surely creeping to that 2-0 victory.
Cage triggered. I find them. I kill them. Simple as that. I need this.
Well, LVC are just kind of stunned right now. There's not a whole lot that they've been able to do on this map or in this series at all. So, is there anything they really can do? Hith holding through a main. You see Vigilance just making sure no one decides to go on a rotation, but for now, it's going to be safe as Hith gets peeked. He's going to get stunned and taken out. We've seen a lot of first bloods for LVC, but they haven't been able to convert a lot of these rounds, and the trades are most of the reason why. Is Stizout finds one, finds the second onto Crisper, who's been struggling a lot of this series, and it's continuing here. This Vigilance finds one with the ult, and he very likely will find the second. He does. Not going the way for LVC. Zario calling another timeout here, but how much is it going to mean as the retakes from the side of Alvernia have just been pixel perfect again, as there's not much that they've really been able to do so far here in this map, and slowly Alvernia creeping closer and closer to that 2-0 win. And that's not something you want to see if you are LVC. They've had such a strong season so far in the Appalachian Conference, and really it's just not been too great today. Will they be able to figure things out in these last few rounds? As we come to a close here in the timeout. We will see, though, what LVC has left in them. Just 3 more rounds until LVC is able, or until Alvernia can take the map and take it in a 2-0. And something I certainly most of us expected to be at least a map 3 and a close series, but it has been anything but that so far. See another A hit for the side of LVC. Keo going to be the one watching A. Alvernia expecting a B push here. But for now, that will not be the case. So he just has that camera pulled on up. LVC looking to check everything, and Keo going to see that bot through the tripwire. The nade comes in. LVC going to look to start executing onto the site. But now, Keo going to get the mark and takes out Juice before he has a chance to get anywhere. Another mark comes in.
Spike planted.
Spike goes down from Crisper, but the players of LVC are spotted, and Vigilance gets a great kill onto John. Can he find the second? He does. Zario takes out 2 over on top, but he's going to need to find 3 more, and the ace gets 1, spots a 4th. Can he get the last? He can! It's Zario to keep LVC alive.
You are too kind.
What a play from Zario. Over and drop. Finds all 5, finds the ace and the 1v3. What a play from the captain and the IGL.
Here.
He is 20 and 14 right now, doing every single thing he can to keep LVC in it, but it is not going to be easy. May have an op battle here in just a second as well. Look at Vigilance in a great spot to get at least one, but has to back down. Now here comes John. Not going to do any damage with that ultimate, but forces the players to back on down. That'll give LVC the sight. Vigilance, I think, puts out another shot, but I'm not really sure. Definitely wants to put something out there. Tylo finds one. Stiz out gets another. It's a save round here for Alvernia, but they are doing everything they need to win it. Just 2 players left alive on LVC. What can they get done? Vigilance has the shorty. The shot does connect there, but it's not as accurate as he would have liked it to be. The ultimate gets tossed into tower. Sardog now has to be careful, and he's going to get shot through the smoke. Spike is defused. Now 11 on the board for Alvernia. Stays out, tosses another stun out towards A main just to let him know he's there. Vigilance holding it with the op once again. Bit of a different angle this time around. Looks like John gonna have to try and find a way around this tripwire. He's gonna have to shoot it. Pops the ultimate, but no one on site for Alvernia, so another retake for them. Though it's not too big of a deal, at least for now, as Keo finds the first blood. Alvernia has had has done a great job of retaking the sites, but not expecting Sardog to be in that position. Some more blinds go out. Juice finds another. Hispert going to take down the last player over towards Arcade. It's going to be down to Heath and Tylo, and Heath just going to hop on the bomb as Juice forced to pop the orbital strike again. They've been very good, but it's not good enough. Now 12 on the board and series point for the side of Alvernia. They could take this one in a 2-0, and what would be a dominant win for them for the most part. This map was, as you can see, it's been much closer, but this second half, Alvernia started to run away with it. What does LVC have to cook up here? Going to be John and Zario looking to take down Keo here over by the box. As John managed to get a spot onto him. It's going to be Keo down. Crisper takes out Tylo. Something like this attack onto the B site may work in their favor unless if they throw another round away. And it'd be a heartbreaking way to lose the series, especially on this type of round. And John at least gets traded out, so the end of the map as Hith finds Sardog. Another one-on-one given to Alvernia. This is not what you cannot keep doing this if you're LVC. You cannot keep forcing these one-on-ones. Crisper, though, gonna hold strong on the site as that orbital strike gets tossed over in tower. So for now, LVC keep themselves alive, but they're going to need a few straight if they want to take the map or even just force the OT to start things off. You need 3 more rounds for that. And now look at this play from Alvernia. A full stack on B. They don't want to lose it again, as everyone going to be sprinting through arcade. Vigilance pops the ultimate as well. But LVC are on the other side of the map. But as long as these players stick together from Alvernia, this is still not a bad spot to be in.
Running low.
It's the sprint now running out for Vigilance, and the ultimate comes away as well. So nothing will be of it. Stiz out the only one close to this site. This also is an eco round for Alvernia. I didn't even notice that at first. I forgot to kind of check the tab, but Stiz out. At least gonna get some shots down and delay the plant for a minute. But does finally go down. Tylo, though, the one with the rifle, managed to find the first kill. So again, LVC giving up a first blood there. Crisper, though, manages to even things out. And here come the trades. Zario finds a few. Sardog needs to make sure he's playing his life here. He's playing off of Zario, and he'll do just that. Another round on the board, but it's only round number 10.
That's a joke. Kill mode is default.
So this is going to be a grind for LVC if they want to continue to have a chance here.
Charlie Mike, let's move.
Now we have a bit more of a collected push. Much more split. 2-2 and 1 by himself. But Keo finds a double. And Tylo finds Zario. Vigilance on the pinch, looking to close it out, and he does.
Defenders win.
What a fast play from Alvernia. That will close out the series. 2-0 in the hands of Alvernia. They will take the first seed for now, pending they beat Stevenson. But if they play like that, they will certainly thrash that Stevenson team. 23 and 17 from Zario is not quite enough. So the rest of the team of LVC not able to put things together and take the round, or take the map. And I'm just as surprised as anyone that is not biased coming up with predictions here. Is you would easily expect that one to be a 3-map series, but unfortunately for the fans of LVC and for those who wanted to see a series like that, that will not be the case, as Alvernia will take it in 2 and fairly dominant going into the Appalachian Conference LAN on April 22nd at the King of Prussia Mall in the Belong Arena. Over there, we will see Alvernia likely end up with that first seed, and LVC more than likely going to be playing Stevenson, who I would assume will take third seed. LVC going to take second, as they are done. They do not have any more matches in Appalachian Conference regular season, so they are confirmed at second seed at worst, first seed at best. But I don't even know if it's possible for Alvernia to lose first seed now. Even if they do lose to Stevenson, there'd be some math in there, especially because LVC didn't take a map today. That is a huge blow for LVC there. I believe Stevenson would have to 2-0, and even then I think it'd go to head-to-head, and LVC has not won that. So that should be first seed locked up for Alvernia, even if they lose to Stevenson. Congratulations to them. They will play, I would assume, our Arcadia is currently in 4th. Actually, Stevenson's currently in 4th, but they also are 2 games behind Widener. So it'll depend on Widener and Stevenson, how Stevenson plays in the rest of their matches, and along with Widener. So we'll see how things play out there, but first and second seeds certainly decided. Alvernia and Lebanon Valley will be first and second, and it looks like Alvernia are going to be the first seed. So congratulations to them. That will not be it for us tonight, though. We will see at 10 p.m. Rocket League will be taking on UNCW in a NACE matchup that will close out the NACE regular season for them. So you surely don't want to miss that, as we will see Rocket League have their final match there. But that'll be it for now. We will be back live at around 9:50 for that matchup. So we will see you guys in just about 30 minutes. Have a great night if you're not joining us, though. And in fact, if you're not joining us real quick, follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and here on Twitch. Follow us at Twitter on Twitter and Instagram at LVC_esports. And we post match updates every single day. We post when we're playing, who we're playing, and stream links there, along with any other events we go to for all of our teams. But that'll be it. Otherwise, make sure you follow us on here on Twitch if you want to see the Rocket League matchup at 10 p.m. and even future Valorant matchups, future anything from us. We will see you guys later at 10 p.m.